absolutely roaring him on, and it's a great start. Mason going well, third from the right-hand side, and Tinch on the near side. Cordell Tinch is pulling away. Tinch has done it, and there's two Jamaicans on the podium. Well done to them. Bennett and Mason will be in absolute delight.
You heard the commentator says Mason is going well. Tinch, never mentioned Bennett, but two Jamaicans on the podium as we welcome you to return to Tokyo, our post-show of day 4. The evening session just over. 1, 2, 3 right there. Hello folks, good morning. I hope you've been having a great morning. And if you saw that race or if you've heard by now, I'm sure you're having a great morning. I'm Neville, with me, hurdler Daniel Dowie. Hurdler, Bruce James, and on Zoom with us at Warren Weir. And I think I could say hurdler too. He did some hurdling, didn't end with hurdling in his career, but did do some hurdling. But again, what a great morning we've had. We now have 5 medals. And I was talking to Daniel before we came on, and I said, how many medals did we have at the Olympic Games? 6, didn't we?
Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
And we're now on 5, and I think everyone would be in line, whatever numbers they had in mind for at the end of the championship. I think everyone would be still in line with that. I never had a medal in the men's sprint relays, but I did have a medal in the women's sprint relay.
Sprint hurdles.
Not sprint relays, sprint hurdles. I didn't get it there, but I got an extra one here, so I'm still in line. Good morning, welcome, how are you?
I am ecstatic. I love a good breakthrough story, and the guys in the 110 hurdles, Bennett, 7th, last year in Paris, comes back for silver. Tyler Mason, oh my God, he's been knocking at the door, 4th twice at the national championships, 3rd this year, came in 3rd string for us, and bronze for him, so I'm really, really happy.
Yeah, beautifully done. By the way, you could watch us here on TVJ, on TVJSN, onespotmedia.com, and of course you could listen to us. I think you're hearing us now on Hits 92, so wherever you are, amazing to have you with us. On behalf of Ricardo, our producer, and our sponsors, who we couldn't do this without, good morning to you all. What were your thoughts before the final? What were your thoughts before the final?
Well, I've been in touch with both Tyler Mason and Orlando Bennett. You know, those are athletes I have a lot of respect for. And we've been in touch and kind of talking them through. But I have to tell you, even now, the final is over, Orlando Bennett is the 10th fastest 110-meter hurdler this year. And even with his personal best, 13:08, and Tyler Mason, even at his PB 13:12, is still the 14th fastest hurdler in the world this year. How in the world are they now bronze and silver at World Champs? That's the nature of the hurdles. Let's give you some more information on Tyler Mason. You referred to it a while ago, Daniel. He barely makes the Jamaican team, just ahead of people like Hansel Parchment. Rashid Broadbell, who is the fastest Jamaican this year, still at 13:06, injured, not there. Broadbell runs, you almost figure that Tyler would not have been on the team. Tyler Mason right now is ranked 51st in the world from a world ranking perspective. How does a 51st ranked person get a bronze? We love the sport. That's some of the beauty of track and field. And let me add to that, the people who are faster than them were in the race, including Moritake of Japan, who has gone sub-13 this year, including Jacoby Tharp, who has gone sub-13 this year. Somehow the Jamaican men delivered. I've said it over and over again. The 110-meter hurdles is our strongest event, even with the gold and silver yesterday, 2 days ago in the men's 100. We have to realize that every year we get multiple men in the 110 meters. Demario Prince missed the final by 0.002 of a second.
Yep. You know, someone tells me all the time, that's why we run the races. Warren, morning, my friend. How are you, and what were your thoughts while watching the race this morning?
I must say I'm glad that we didn't go on immediately after the race because I had no voice. Lovely morning from, I wouldn't say 2 persons, but 2 people I know very closely. An excellent display of determination and going against the clock or the predictions. I love an underdog story. Love it.
Quickly, when did you think we got a medal or 2 in the race, I mean?
I said that after the heats, that the both of them look good, and I said it after the semifinals. Even though we didn't go after the semifinals broadcasting, but after the heats, I saw Tyler Mason looked good on the outside, and I said he will get an inside lane for the semi, and he will look good in the semi-finals. They did excellent. I did call it.
All right, congrats. And of course, Jermaine is there, and he spoke with both athletes. Let's go across.
It was hell, trust me. These guys, everybody is on the same level basically, so you just have to be a bit bold to be able to be on the podium. So that's what I did today. Came out there and I was bold.
Yeah. And bold you were. You know, where did you find this extra motivation, this extra drive here in Tokyo?
Definitely my mom. I have to give a big shout out to Dr. Pottinger. She has been there throughout, you know, and she has always told me that it's always time, so I just have to keep going and you learn from your failure.
Tyler, some Jamaicans watching now might be saying, who is Tyler Mason? But you were outstanding at the junior level, silver at the World Junior Championships, right? So you're no stranger to doing big things for Jamaica on the global stage. But tell me how it feels to have come through the ranks now from being an outstanding junior to now being here at the senior level and getting a bronze medal here at the World Championships.
Well, yeah, it took a lot of maturity and patience with myself. So it was all about just being patient and trusting the coach. Because, you know, as you say in bold said, you have to have a good coach to carry it to where you need to be. So I have to give a big shout out to Coach Walcott and the team, you know what I mean?
First of all, you know, first and foremost, give God thanks. And interestingly, yesterday I was watching back the Paris Olympics finals and I was like, I'm always making these finals what is really the biggest problem. And so I came out my shell, went through the disappointment of the race, saw that my biggest problem was the first hurdle. So basically I've been experimenting over here since I've been to Totori, and I just say, hey, in the heats I felt good, so I'm gonna stick with it. Made some small adjustments for the finals and it turned out glorious. So, I mean, the failures just led to today's success.
Glorious indeed, 13:08 personal best. I mean, how do you get a personal best, run a lifetime best in this major final?
I mean, it's that kill dead mentality. You know, when you put on the black, green and gold and you're out there in competition, you have to know that there's no fear. I mean, we bring the flame, you get what I'm saying? So they just have to know that we're strong, we're Jamaicans, and when we come out here, we do our best under any circumstances.
Absolutely amazing to be on the podium. And I don't need to tell these guys because they're the experts that Tyler Mason, 11 years ago, under 20 silver. And I think Orlando in 2014, he was under 20 silver and lost to a Jamaican 2018, and he lost to another Jamaican. But what you saw this morning, I asked Warren, I'm not certain if he picked up what I, when in the race did you think medal or two in the race?
I'd say maybe by the third or fourth hurdle, we realized that they were in it. The stronger part of the Jamaicans' races, and let's think about it. Rashid Broadwell, Hansel Parchment, and we've now seen it with Tyler Mason as well as Orlando Bennett. They finished better than everybody else. When Hansel Parchment won the Olympic gold medal in Tokyo, he came from way behind to pass Grant Holloway at that time. And Broadwell, that's how he tends to finish fast, and we see it here. So at this point, they're in it. We don't know. Jason Joseph of Switzerland is now out, and right here, they're still in it. And we say, all right, Tinch, the fastest in the world this year, third fastest in history from the U.S., goes ahead. There's just nobody ahead of them. So I'd say by hurdle 3 or 4, I realize they're in it, and they're going to finish as fast as anyone in the world can.
Yep. Daniel, as a non-expert, I've always said, to win a race like this, you have to run a perfect race. This is my opinion. How well did they do in the race? Was there any area that you saw that maybe if they never hit that hurdle, or maybe how well did they do technically?
Technically, they have their running style. Bennett, as he mentioned, the first hurdle has been an issue for him. He's not one of the fastest to the first hurdle. He takes a while to get into his running. That's why we saw him closing to the final hurdle. So he closed well. Tyler was in it from the start. He's a better starter, and so he went for it. So they both stuck to their style. Better starter Mason, he was in it, and Bennett picked up, closed well, and he was next to the American Tinch, who was closing super fast, and that was able to pull him along as well. So both guys just amazing today, and an event that a lot of us didn't really see a medal for the country. And so they stepped up in the most amazing way.
Yeah, well, Warren might be a little bit annoyed with that because he said he saw the medal, didn't you, Warren?
Well, not before the championships, but in the first round, as I said to Bruce, was in the first round, they both looked good and they both gained a lot of confidence from winning their heats, and especially who they beat in their heats, despite of it being a heats.
Yeah, but Warren, let's just let the people understand. When we make predictions, we have to have a basis on the prediction. And even if you were to just look at the lineup in the final, even today, the race is now over and we know they came second and third. They still have 10 and 14 in the world. There are people in that final who ran faster than them this year, but they delivered when it matters. And that's really what the Olympics, the world champs, even the down, it's who delivers on the day. Kambunja in the hurdles.
On the day.
Kambunja, when she wins, there's nobody. Not even Kambunja herself bet on herself to win the gold medal in the 100-meter hurdles.
Yeah. Spare a thought for Demario Prince, because you were telling me that he actually did a faster time, but because he never came 1-2, he never went through, right?
Yeah, he improved on what he did in the heats. He looked a little bit shaky in the heats. He looked tired, like the heat from Tokyo was affecting him a lot. And he sharpened up. He technically was sound. 13:22, that was fast. There were like 3 guys on the bubble with the same time. And so it was really, really unfortunate for Demario Prince. He ran a great race. He just, by place, because he was out of the top 2, he didn't advance, and it's so unfortunate because he was quicker than Bennett, who won his semi-final.
Yeah, which is interesting. Bruce, you made a statement that you said it's our strongest event is on
the men's side. Yeah,
spend some time on that for me.
If we go back to 2012 with Hansel Parchment winning a medal then, right through Omar McLeod winning medals at the Olympics, at the World Championships, indoors, and just the number of men we get into the finals. Even last year at the Olympics, though we did not get a medal last year, well, we got it with Broadbell getting third, we had 3 men in the final.
Ronald Levy.
Well, for the Olympic Games, Ronald Levy got the bronze when Hansel got the gold. And in 2023, Hansel got the silver again in Budapest at the last World Championships. And last year at the Olympic Games, Broadbell bronze, Bennett 7th, Hansel 8th. So and even the men's 100, the men's 200, no other race are we getting 3 finalists almost every year.
Yeah, we do champs every year. Are you seeing that coming out of champs, hurdles-wise?
Oh, definitely, but it's very simple. And Warren Ware is one of the strange people in that Warren Ware left the hurdles and became a sprinter. What's happening is we have a lot of men who are really not quite sub-10 men. Hansel Parchment, well, other than Omar McLeod, but who has gone sub-10. But when you have these men who are just not quite sub-10, they realize they won't make the 100-meter team, so they become hurdlers. With that super speed, they're winning, Olympic and World Championship medals. That's what those gentlemen out there are really quick. They're not sub-10, so they won't beat Kishane and Oblique and Akeem Blake, but they certainly will beat almost anybody over the hurdles.
In case you've just joined, folks, in case you just woke up, 2 more medals. We have 5 now, silver and bronze in the sprint hurdles, 110-meter hurdles, obviously for the men, Tyler Mason, Orlando Bennett, and unfortunately, Demario Prince, as you heard, ran really well, but just never made the final.